Okay, everyone, this is Candace, Eclectic Coach, and this is your money and love predictions for 2023. For those of you who picked piece number 1, and I said the prayer, so you can refer back to that if you'd like. Also, I do Oracle Coaching, a 4-package series to help you stay on track and tune into your own guidance and follow through on the guidance that you receive. And a Calendly link for that is in the description below. So let's just jump into your reading here. What I like to do also is kind of stare at the picture and tune in. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at this yearly theme quarterly. And I don't do reversals. So in the first quarter, we're seeing savings. Okay, give me a minute here. Too many cards. And one more. Okay, I'm hearing take both. Okay, and I'm not reading reversals. So in the beginning, in the first quarter for 2003, one of the things that is going to be a major theme for you is saving and conserving your energy. I'm also getting the impression that in the first 3 months of 2023, it's about taking stock of what you have and seeing where you can create savings and where you could be more efficient. And then what I'm getting is that as you start to take action and as you start to save and start to make some progress, then really leaning into your prayer life is going to help you considerably. So in the second quarter, it's all about the theme of really relying on God, leaning on God, calling on the angels, calling for extra support. And really shoring up your faith. Remember that your security really comes from your relationship with the divine, with a higher power. That's where all your safety comes from. That's the source of everything that you need. And I'm seeing in the third quarter, you're going to start to see, it's kind of like I'm seeing like a story building here. Like you're starting to evaluate where you need to spend and where you need to conserve. I'm getting just a theme repeated here in organizing, decluttering, but also looking at what you have and how you can use that or save that or work with that. Really leaning in on prayer. Seeing some major blessings come through in the third quarter. And seeing that windfall. And then what I'm getting is that in this third quarter, it's about gentleness. It's about time with family. Maybe if you have kids, because I'm seeing here this baby deer. It's about gentleness. It's about gratitude. And I'm also getting that you're going to get an influx of material items and goods And you're going to need to make space for that and to declutter. Towards the end of the year, the themes that you're going to be dealing with are, now that you've taken stock and evaluated what needs to be saved and conserved, you've really been leaning into your prayer life, you've received a lot of abundance, now you need to declutter and make room again in the beginning of the year and in the fourth quarter of the year. You're going to be taking stock again. You're going to be evaluating, decluttering, and then I just heard cycle of regeneration is the overall theme for money in 2023 for you. It's like a lot of reorganizing, cleansing, decluttering, getting in the new, and then reevaluating where you want to go. I'm just seeing like this circle of regeneration through your money. So this is a big look at what you have, evaluating that, thinking about it, looking at it, and releasing things that you don't need. Another theme that's coming up for money is making room for it, making space for it. I'm also getting the impression of uncluttering your office files, uncluttering books, papers, drawers. And I'm just getting the impression that open space and less is more. Okay, now for your love. And I'm not reading reversals. Thank you for guiding piece number 1 to understand themes in love based on quarter. Okay. Okay, so I'm getting for the first quarter in love, and maybe this is somehow related to money and finances and taking stock of what you have, what needs to be conserved, where you need to let go of things, where you need to build into things. What I'm getting is an accumulation system for your money. Like maybe having a certain portion of it automatically withdrawn from your bank account without you ever having to look at it every month. And then you just never look at it. And then you tuck it away and then you compound it. But I'm getting the impression that when it comes to love, what I'm hearing is not to throw everything away. Not to throw away the good thing that you have built, the confidence that you've built. Maybe it's just within yourself, the self-assuredness that you've built. Because traditionally in the Rider-Waite deck, there's a person, they've got a bandage on their head and they're tired, but they're still hanging in there. With this card in particular, she's confident. She's got a system for managing her energy, because wands are about energy or about passion. She's definitely clear on where her fire is, but she's also very independent. What I'm getting is, in love, you're going to know that how you feel and your energy level and the love, the passion, the excitement is on you. But you can handle it, and you've got the energy for that. In the second quarter for love, I just heard renewal. Like, I just got this image, but with like dew on her face and just her feeling just very innocent. There's just this very fresh spring vibrancy coming into summer and into early spring and summer. There's just this energy, this fresh feeling. I just got for love, somebody's going to give you butterflies. Just this, as you've accepted more responsibility to fill up your own cup, to light your own fire, to do things that you're passionate about, having a system so that you have energy in reserves, so that you have more passion, more energy. As you come into the second quarter, you're going to feel a sense of like aliveness, butterflies, this new, fresh, spring-like energy. And for the third quarter, in alignment with this windfall of abundance, regardless of your gender, the Queen of Coins describes like a nurturing energy. I just heard home and hearth, so you're going to definitely be happy at home again with your family, your children. You're going to feel a deep sense of wholesomeness and satisfaction. She's got her coin. She feels very comfortable, very stable with it, very relaxed. So in the third quarter, you're going to be feeling very, very abundant, financially, emotionally. And as you move into the last quarter, it comes along with these two ideas here, that you're just going to have like a lot on your plate, and you're going to have to decide what you want to be, because when I first pulled this card, what I got was contract. What you want to be bound to, who you want to be bound to, and who you want to get emotionally and financially entangled with. So, and you're going to have to declutter. And that can be people. And I think that this around the money is specifically talking about how you can let go of old ideas that no longer serve you in the last quarter. You can let go of anything that no longer serves you, because there's unlimited ideas, there's unlimited perspectives. We live in a multiverse. So you might be being called to let go of someone or something, or to finish out a contract. Okay, now we're going to pull some cards to get some advice for dealing with both of these quarters. So the first quarter for piece number 1, and I don't read reversals. advice. Okay. Okay. So for the first quarter, you're being asked to save your money, and you're also being asked to evaluate on what you have. There's just a subtlety about being very present as you go through your bills, as you go through your savings, as you start taking stock of everything. What I'm getting is to do it in a very gentle, easy going way. So get yourself into the mindset to do the things that you need to do to arrange your finances. What I'm getting is really good self-care so that you have the energy to be passionate in your relationship, so that you have the energy to do what lights you up. And that's also going to make you more attractive to your partner, whether you're single or in a relationship in the first quarter of 2023. And so also what I'm getting is be creative around how you manage your finances. And you may even want to lean into a creative project or a creative pursuit or intuitive work. I just heard listen to your body. And then for the second quarter, your advice is to just take action. Just lean into it. Lean into the discomfort. Take action. Get more into the business of following through and doing what you need to do. But really praying first, tuning in, and then just taking action. I'm just getting more of this image of also getting outside and saying your prayers outside specifically. And I'm also getting move quickly. So even if you don't feel confident, even if you feel like unsure of yourself, unsure of the situation, say your prayer, tune in and listen, and then take action. So in the third quarter, your advice is to be outgoing, to be creative, to be confident. What I'm getting for the third quarter is I'm just getting the image of like lots of responding back and forth to text, to phone calls, to email correspondence, and like just really stirring it up with not so much attention to the outcome, but just being present and involved in the pursuit. So in the fourth quarter, your advice is to be the emperor, make clear, firm decisions, be organized, but don't get into analysis paralysis. Make decisions, stand by those decisions, trust in yourself. Don't be afraid to let go of ideas and circumstances that really aren't working and that need to be released. And what I'm getting around the Emperor is have very firm boundaries, take up space, make firm decisions, yes, no decisions, declutter, know who you're getting involved with, vet everyone, romantic and business, and also what I'm getting is in the last quarter you may be joining forces with other people, and that's great. Being a team player is good, but know who you are, know what your interests are in the situation, set firm boundaries, call it when you see it. And I just heard the devil's in the details. So really go through your contracts. Make sure your space and your financial picture, your statements, all your stuff is decluttered. And maybe do a pro and cons list. See where you want to invest your time. And do it from because the Emperor's the number 4, and is very organized and logical. And be a team player, and keep it, I'm hearing keep it light, but keep it consistent, keep it clear. Okay, everyone, so that's those who picked piece number 1. I hope that gave you sort of a quarterly overview of 2023 and your money and your love. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And check out the link if you're interested in a 4-package Oracle coaching series. I would love to work with you and support you. Thanks. Hello everyone, this is Candace with Eclectic Coach, and for those of you who picked piece number 2, also be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Also know that I do a Oracle coaching package where we tune into your own guidance, we keep track, we apply coaching to your life and using the Oracle to communicate with the spiritual world and also to stay accountable. So if that's something that you're interested in, a Calendly link will be in the description. And let's jump into your reading. So in this reading, what I'm looking at is money and love, and we're going to look at it quarterly. And as what I'm finding is that with this reading, as the time goes by in the reading, the theme of the year will kind of coalesce and emerge. So for those of you who picked piece number 2, and I also don't read reversals, just so you know, because I draw from so many decks. Okay, so for the first quarter, the theme is the King of Swords. Okay, so for money. All right. And for the second quarter and the third and the fourth. Okay, so that's with money. So we have here, so for the first quarter, when it comes to your money, you are, I'm going to move the card here just in case the light is too bright. For the first quarter here, when it comes to money, you are going to be making some very, very clear, decisive decisions. Your mind is going to be clear. You're going to be very focused on goals, on objectives, And my eyes are being drawn to these dogs here. And one of the things that you're going to be evaluating is, I'm hearing who are the good partners to go with, whose loyalty you really value, who has skill sets for different things as you're evaluating your money, who you want close to you, and just really considering your loyalties are going to be an important thing. And then just something was coming out around these two dogs is like as if they have two different personalities. So maybe some of the people that you work with, some people are really, really good at certain things. What I'm getting is putting people in the right positions and delegating. And really considering in the first quarter, really considering who you're going to delegate to and what your highest and best use of your talents are. And then in the second quarter, so I'm getting decisions, also for the first quarter, contracts, things like that are going to be very important. Going through, really evaluating all the details. I'm seeing papers and rereading the fine print, getting everything situated on a calendar, organized, analyzed. I'm hearing write a business plan if you need to. And then for your career, as things start getting going and plans are in motion and in place, you're going to have to reevaluate and you're going to be making some decisions. So my eyes really being drawn to this covering that she has over her eyes. So what I'm getting is going in and really doing some internal reflection and not looking out at the world so much to make your decisions, but really tuning in to her back and the mountains are standing out to me. So who's got your back? And where your structure and your security lie. And going inward to make that decision. Also, what I'm getting for your money is going out near a natural body of water and praying. I've never noticed that about the card. I'm seeing like these flames. So evaluating what you're truly passionate about and making a decision. Okay, and then when you're making this decision, also trust your gut. And really being drawn to this orange color, the color of the sacral chakra. Really going in and trusting your gut, and also take your probiotics so that you have a balanced gut. And also evaluate what you're being drawn to, what's really like you're drawn to naturally. Because sometimes when we're making a decision, we will know what we want to do, but then fears and doubts and things will start creeping in. And then we'll think, oh, well, you had this option. What about this? What about this? But you know what you're ultimately being drawn to, naturally gravitating towards. I'm just seeing her face as it's being drawn towards this particular option. She naturally gravitates towards it. Okay, and so in the third quarter, some structures that are not good and that have been weighing you down are going to be falling away. So this is just going to happen naturally, I'm getting, as you choose self-confidence, as you choose to advocate for yourself. Really work with your solar plex as these changes are occurring, because you're going to be walking away from structures and systems and things that no longer serve you. And you want to be moving towards things that are empowering, things that, this kind of makes like a little heart here, things that are good for your heart, and for your identity and for who you want to be in the world. Because you've had time in the second quarter to go after things in the material world, options, decisions that are naturally in alignment with who you are. And that means that in order to continue on that path in the third quarter, you're going to need to be maintaining a strong, healthy, proportionate sense of self. And then in the fourth quarter, so really leaning into things that make you feel good about yourself. What I'm getting for some reason, even though it's just from one card here, is just a diet that really serves you, that makes you feel light, that makes you feel fit. Behaviors, habits, create new rituals. So there's a really good book, Atomic Habits, and one of the key things for changing your habits is changing your identity and how you see yourself. So, like, the habit of smoking is coming to mind. Oh, I'm not a smoker. Saying that. Instead of I don't smoke, I'm not a smoker. Or if you want to get in shape and exercise, seeing yourself as an athlete or a dancer or a bodybuilder, or create some sort of identity, a new identity that is compelling and something to move confidently towards. And link it with your identity and create rituals around it and reduce your startup time. So if you want to exercise, put your shoes by the door. If you want to write, get all your computer equipment or everything that you need to be comfortable. Do some Pomodoros. That's where you set aside like 30 minutes and devote it towards this new identity, this new thing. And this guy's very scary. So what I'm getting is you might be, as you're letting go of these things, getting some pushback from some people around, and this is related to your money. So I'm getting something around like your career and your identity, and not listening to naysayers and not listening to the voice of self-doubt. And really developing a system for tuning in. And if you need help with that, I do Oracle coaching. I would love to work with you on that, setting up systems and all that. But letting go of the fearful voices and fear from the past that has held you back. And I'm getting in the last quarter for your money is, I'm hearing new opportunity is coming in. So I'm hearing new opportunity to really focus on doing what you love and just surrendering to the process and being fully present. So whatever it is that you've chosen throughout the course of this year to really focus on, made some decisions about what needs to be let go of, turning towards the thing that you're naturally drawn to, walking away from old fears, patterns, behavior towards this new identity. You're going to feel like lighter, and there's a sense of surrender as you pursue the things that you love. And as a result of doing these things and doing them well, it's like you have this new capacity to co-create with spirit. And it's associated with something that really supports you financially, but also really lights you up. So what I'm getting for this, and as it relates to money, is I'm hearing all about the business of the isness. So I think I heard that from Marie Folio, where you surrender the outcome and you just get fully invested in doing the best that you can with the effort. And that's what I'm seeing you do as it relates to money. You're just going to be like, well, I enjoy this. I like this. I don't know what's going to happen, but you're going to be fully present and surrendered to the process. And it's going to be very, very enjoyable. So starts off with thinking and planning, reevaluating if you experience some self-doubt as the months go on. Be sure to choose the thing that you're really drawn to naturally, and be sure that you're claiming a new identity and walking away from old fears and old pain, and then embracing and also, but at the same time surrendering the overall outcome and being very invested in just the process of being there. Okay, so we're going to pull some cards for your love in 2023 and see kind of what themes are emerging. Also, and I didn't mention this in the beginning, it might be a good idea to just get out a notebook as you go through and listen to different readers. What I think that should happen, and maybe I'll do a video about this, when you're listening to these readings and stuff, there should be a theme that emerges. Okay, so I also don't read reversals. So for love, okay. Okay, so in the first quarter for love, we've got the moon here. So in some decks, the moon casts shadows and makes it seem that you're not seeing things clearly. But what I'm getting is that in your love life, it's more of like a magical moon. So you're really tuning into your intuitions, and you're letting go of this worry and this fear. And what I'm seeing here is more of like a really good balance of your intuition and your intellect. So when it comes to your money and it comes to your finances, your intellect is very strong. Especially in the first quarter, you're able to think clearly. But when it comes to your love life, there's this sort of dreamy, mystical, intuitive, deciding to let go of fear and worry and to look at how the moon is like lighting up things. I'm getting really magical, romantic vibes. And you having really, really good intuition and an understanding of the situation. And I'm just seeing almost like a ball, like a orb, like a complete orb. So really strong first quarter for both love and money. I'm hearing to separate the two. So when you're at work, focus on your work. Set that stuff aside so that when you come into your private life, your romantic life, whether you're in a relationship or you're single, really creating that mood of magic of I'm and I'm seeing her play this instrument here. So set the mood. So play music when you come home. I'm hearing instrumental type music that really sets the vibe. Light some candles, make this mystical energy. Also, I'm hearing to plan by your moon cycle. That will help you quite a lot in your romantic life. And plan your kind of romantic activities and this balance between work and romance and imagination. I just got that I need to light my candle. Okay. All right, there we go. Yeah, and to make the mood. Okay, and I'm also getting to make the mood as it relates to your finances. So mood in your personal life, in your romantic life. Decide to make the mood, decide to focus on the light and the beauty and the interesting way that it's coming in. And then in the second quarter, so as you can see here, there might be some like doubts or some extra options that are coming in. And I really like this depiction of this card because it's a reminder that you're not trapped. And don't place too much emphasis on material items. Go towards what you're naturally drawn towards. Go towards what lights you up. And that is also applying to your personal life. You're not trapped in any situation. And don't get caught up in fear and worry. Trust your instincts. And also, as it relates to a romantic partner, focus on what's really important, not just on the material things, material worries. And what you can also do is do a fire ritual. So you can write down on a piece of paper what you're afraid of. So it's called a personal inventory. It's a really awesome tool from the 12-step recovery program where you write down all the things that you're afraid of and that you're angry about. So if you're angry about something, like I'm angry that my friend didn't say hi to me at the grocery store. And then below that you write, and this is just a neutral example, because I'm afraid that she doesn't like me and never really did, and I spent all this time and energy hanging out with her, and I'm afraid that I'll never have great relationships. And this is just an example, but beneath every fear there's a deeper, or beneath every fear or anger really, there's deeper fear. And it usually comes down to I'm not lovable or I'm not safe. Those are typically the fears that boil down to in all the work. But what we can do is we can write it all out, get it all out, and then you say a prayer. Just fill up a page do it for 20 minutes. And then at the end of it, you say, God, please help me release this. And God will create the clarity for you to make good decisions in your business, to know who you can trust and when. And God will help you remove all those fears. But you don't want to have them just kind of like lurking in there. And then you tear it up and you burn it or you flush it down the toilet. That will really help clear. So in the third quarter, for those of you who picked piece number 2, we saw old systems, old structures, and I'm even hearing belief systems and negative people who instill fear and doubt in your work life around, like you releasing them and letting them go. And I'm seeing a lot of balance overall throughout your reading between yin and yang, between thinking and feeling, between intuiting and acting. And for your love life, I see you in a very illuminated place where you see why you had to go through certain things. There's a really good balance between the masculine and feminine energies. You're very strong. He's balancing on like the edge of this cliff here. So that might feel like your life in the third quarter, like you're letting go, and you might feel afraid. But because of a strong lean on your spirituality, you're able to balance, especially in your love life. And you have these wings to catch you. So I'm being told just to be peaceful and serene in your love life. Exhibit good balance. Take your own personal inventory around what you're afraid of and what you're angry about, so you can see what's your stuff, what's not your stuff. And I'm seeing, as you're walking away and choosing yourself and self-confidence, I'm seeing this energy here, this yellow illuminated energy. So really focusing on your sacral, not your sacral, your solar plex in the third quarter is going to really help you create that balance. Okay. So yeah, in your love life, there's not going to be any more procrastinating. You're not going to be overanalyzing as much because you've done a lot of evaluating. You've really been able to see throughout the growth of this year your spirituality, your connection with God, with oneness, with entering the silence and being fully still and in the moment and not focusing on the cliff, but focusing on maintaining balance. And with work and with money, it looks that in the last quarter, you are going to be in some very emotionally fulfilling relationships. Perhaps you've met somebody very significant. There's a huge emphasis on family. I'm just seeing and hearing your cup being filled up and overflowing, and you being able to really trust yourself, trust the divine, and have relationships around you that you can really trust. What I'm also getting as an overall theme for this year is quieting the mind in general. Just stilling and quieting the mind, appreciating time with loved ones, and clearing the mind of old identities, old thought processes, old structures, old habits, and leaning into who and what is truly important to you. And I'm seeing you might even be moving into a very important, significant relationship or deepening one that you already have. But it's going to come after this longer process of evaluation. And there's not going to be any more holding yourself back. You're going to be able to make really good decisions. So now we're going to look really quick at the advice for each quarter. Okay, being drawn to another deck of cards here. Okay. Okay. So, in the first quarter, so follow your passion when it comes to your career. Be the best at what you do. Being compensated for your creative talents. So yeah, your mind is very sharp in this first quarter. So really following through, being passionate, being really focused, and using your creative talents. What I'm kind of getting is kind of separate the two. So in your personal life, be fully present, bring energy, bring focus to it, focus on, I'm just seeing the light here, focus on the light, on being creative. I'm hearing really get your hands in and apply focus and effort to whatever you do. For the second quarter, for those of you who picked piece number 2, the advice is, I'm getting seek out information. So maybe do a personality test, maybe do more research to see if it's really in alignment with you. Let go of guilt and your fears, because that's blocking you from seeing what's truly yours and what you're truly passionate about. And it will give you a clear mind. And it will help you make the decision by doing research. Also, even if you receive information that you don't like, take the information but consider the source. So sometimes we can get feedback from somebody and we don't really like that person, so we tend to just completely throw it out. Don't do that. Really tune in and listen. But also consider where it's coming from. So if there are elements of it that don't feel good and that aren't yours, let it go. And then for those of you who picked piece number 2, in the third quarter, there's something that you're going to need to reconsider. Let me tune in and see what this is. So I'm getting, if there's something that is coming from these fears, from negativity, from somebody who hasn't been a good supporter of you, reconsider that option and consider continuing on your path. So if you get tempted to kind of fall back and try to go back to what once was that no longer works anymore, yeah, that's what it is. So don't go back. These belief systems, this old structure is done and over with. Keep moving forward. And then in the fourth quarter, you've got all these blessings, all this stuff, and Spirit just wants you to know that you're ready. So embrace that. Embrace your cup being filled up. And I'm seeing very, very happy and contented work life and home life. And no more procrastinating because you're really ready for both of these areas. So those are the overarching themes that I see in your reading. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks. Hello, everyone. So for all of you that picked piece number 3, this is your reading. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell if you'd like to receive updates on my future upcoming readings. I also offer Oracle coaching. Be sure to have your pen and paper ready because I like to offer a lot of like skills and tools and things that you can apply that will actually improve your situation. So I'm going to just jump right into the reading here. So let's look at the first quarter. So I'm breaking this up into quarterly, and I don't read reversals. And so what I'm noticing from these readings is that I pull the cards and then themes just start to emerge around love and money. And they kind of blend together, because sometimes when we've got, things working on our money front, love is, flowing, but we're going to look at it and see here. Okay, don't take it. All right, and sometimes 2 cards come out. That's been happening quite a lot. Okay, so these 2 cards came out in another reading. Let's look at the first quarter. Okay, so for the first quarter, when it comes to your money, we've got the Empress here. And so what I'm getting is I'm hearing some sort of mentorship or learning from somebody older. And in this card, it's a woman. So maybe there's there's a powerful woman who's going to share something with you that's going to be pivotal for your money in the first quarter of 2023. I'm also getting legacy, and then the other thing I was getting was nurturing something along. And then also, you may even be a mentor. So I'm getting either the receiving of information, of really what it is experience, lived experience. You're either going to be receiving that from somebody, or you're going to be sharing the value of lived experience. And the way that that's going to be is some sort of like nurturing something along, or helping something that's still in the process of developing. In a hands-on way. And then for the second quarter, for your money, a big theme is listening to your intuition. And again, you may also, what I'm getting for some of you is that in the second quarter, when it comes to money, you may be working in some sort of empathic or intuitive field. Maybe you do readings. Maybe you are a counselor or a healer or a guide. But another thing that's standing out again is this young woman coming to this older woman who's on her throne. So intuition, really using your intuition, developing your intuition, and I'm hearing have confidence in your intuition is going to be very important. Mentorship, learning, passing along information from somebody more experienced is going to be very important for the first quarter. having confidence and listening to your intuition or to an intuitive person is going to be important for your money in the second quarter. In the third quarter, we have the Knight of Swords. So you're going to have a very, very busy kind of end of summer, early fall. You're going to have to communicate, take action, and what I'm hearing is implement plans in the third quarter. So this is the fastest moving knight in the deck. And once you have your intuition, Steve, what I'm seeing is a development happening, a development taking place. So nurturing and growing and developing, then there's going to be like this intuitive gestation consideration process where you're going to be making intuitive decisions, learning to trust your intuition. And then in the third quarter, you're really going to have to act on that with as it relates to money and career. So you're going to have to take action. You're going to have to be decisive. I'm hearing do not bring anything that is non-essential. Cut, cut, cut. And I'm hearing simplicity. Really strive for some simplicity in the third quarter. In the fourth quarter, as it relates to your money, there's going to be the continuation. Also here, there's going to be some new ideas that come in. I'm seeing a horse like running around and a guy on a horse and having to pivot. So you're going to get development, things are going to grow, you're learning to listen to your intuition, you're acting on that intuition. In the fourth quarter, you're still going to be developing and nurturing old projects and old things that have been stabilized and have been underway for quite some time. So, but you're also going to be bringing in new things. So maintaining the foundations and keeping those strong and solid and secure. What I'm getting for the fourth quarter is holding on to the outlets that are already producing and providing you with income. Stabilizing, fortifying, and securing those in a very balanced, enjoyable way. I think you're going to have no problem doing that because she looks very confident, very secure, very comfortable. But you're also going to be getting new ideas that bring a sense of lightness. There's going to be a mixture of maintaining what you've already developed and nurturing the new. Because you're going to have, in this last quarter, more like a physical energy. And the green light's going to be a go to also have those projects held. Okay, so, all right, I had to adjust my camera so if it looks a little bit differently, I'm going to get my chair situated here. All right, so, yeah, there's going to be this new energy, this new, while maintaining the old, and I'm actually going to hold this crystal. I find that if I hold a crystal while I do my readings, it can be very helpful. Now we're looking at some of the themes, the quarterly themes for love. So 6 of Spring. Okay. Okay, I'm hearing take them both. So, for love. And take them both. All right. All upright. Because I don't do reversals. I just found that I used to read them, but I've found that it's just easier if I don't. And for love in the last quarter for piece number 3. Okay. So what I got when I first pulled this card for your love is that you're going to be having great news. I just got like these images of sharing good times, maybe on social media or out with friends. Whatever's going on in your love life, you're going to be happy about it. There's going to be a lot of energy. You're going to kind of want to show it off. You're going to be proud. I'm hearing that you've made smart choices. I'm hearing you've been taking care of yourself. So love is on the way. And you're going to be getting a lot of public recognition in love in the first quarter. So events, family things, wanting to show your partner off. And also just showing if you're single and meeting new people, you're going to be wanting to just kind of present yourself in the best possible light and express your unique talents, your achievements. You're going to be very open, very confident. And there's something about being proud of yourself and being able to back it up and knowing that you can back it up. So in the second quarter, what I'm getting for love, and my energy is being drawn towards this horse. Let me see what I'm getting here. So it's interesting for piece number 3, for your business life, you're definitely tuning into your intuition and approaching it with a very intuitive, creative way. But when it comes to your love life, you're more logical, you're organized, you're structured. I'm getting just on an intuitive level that you don't want to get carried away with the heart. And so there's just something about him holding up this world, like, I've been around the world, like, I know how this works, kind of thing. And so yeah, you're applying a lot of logic, and you're also being self-disciplined. There's something about having learned lessons and being more logical and more even masculine in your approach. But I'm hearing like a reserved. Let me see. Yeah, you want in your masculine, like you're in your masculine energy here. Whether you, so you're applying logic, reason to your love life, and you're being more of the masculine person, almost like you're reining it in, you're controlling impulses, You're very, in the second quarter, going like late spring, early summer, you are, in control of yourself, very focused on work still. A lot of your intuitive, nurturing energy is going towards solving problems and being self-disciplined. There's something about having learned lessons, not wanting to lose yourself. And in the third quarter, as it relates to love, you are being encouraged to reach out for help. You're going to be pivoting a lot at work and with your money, and you're going to be implementing ideas. Be very calm and in control of your words and your thoughts. You've been so much in your creative flow in your work, but very, very much in your masculine in love. So it's okay to reach out for help. And if you find that your love life is being affected by stresses at work, then asking for help, but also seeking support from source, from spirituality. I'm seeing a lot of movement in your love life, but I'm getting that you will get the assistance that you need with advice, with resources, and all that stuff. So have faith in that, because opportunities are coming in. And then for love, at the end, your energy is all back. Your energy is, you're back on top of it again. You're feeling confident again. You know who your friends are. You feel self-assured. You feel ready to get back out and after it again. In the third quarter, you might need to be leaning on your community, your family. There's going to be, what I'm getting is just different pivots and a need to be flexible and adjust to manage your personal and romantic life with your finances and work. And you might be feeling stressed, but you're going to get all the help that you need. And by the end of the quarter, romantically, your confidence is going to be back up again. You will have worked out all of this stuff. You're going to feel assertive. You're going to feel like a very solid person, a good person to work for, a good person to connect with. You're going to be back in your go-getter, in control, confident energy. You're going to be very charismatic in your romantic relationships. You're going to feel very accomplished. And I'm just hearing a lot of energy. You're going to have a lot of energy. Okay, so I'm going to pull some advice cards here. And we'll see what the advice applies for. Love or money or both. I'm hearing both. Okay. And let's see, for the third quarter, what is the advice? Okay, so as I was pulling these two cards for this, what I heard was, as it relates to money, I heard to take both, and it's going to apply to both. You can rely on your family and your pre-existing family systems and legacy for support. And in the first quarter, when it comes to love and money, trust that your resources, trust that you have enough resources. So know that you have everything that you need to really receive that nurturing, that support, feel confident in yourself. And also make sure that what you're doing is based on what you want and not what other people want for you. And in the second quarter, what I'm getting intuitively is that you might be relying a little bit too much on your masculine energy. And you might be like in your work life, you're intuitive and creative and connecting with people. But you're moving too much into your masculine. So make sure that there's enough of a balance between rest and play, intuiting and action, logic and emotion. Because what I'm seeing kind of as a story laying out is that you have that kind of going on, and then you slip too far into the masculine, and then you become out of balance, and you're going to have to pivot a lot back and forth. So get your masculine and feminine back into balance. And that theme is going to carry out and continue, and that advice through the second and third quarter. So use both your intuition and your intellect to solve your problems. My mind is being drawn to, if you know your astrology, one way to deal with, let's say, a placement, let's just say you have too much, like, let's say you want to do your Capricorn energies really well. Then you're going to lean into the opposite sign, which is Cancer, and really make sure that you are, and it's interesting because we've got this goat here, and the example that's coming to mind is being overwhelmed by the masculine energy. So what you're going to want to make sure that you do is that you do Cancer related things, self-care, taking care of your body, resting, doing things to make your home nice and comfortable, to balance your emotional life. So make sure if you start seeing this imbalance happen, then you are using both your intellect and intuition. So you are leaning into the opposite sign. So if you understand your astrology, that could be a really good tool for you to lean into the opposite sign and do those things in order to create this balance, because all of the placements happen on an axis. Okay, and then for the last quarter, you just want to make sure that you are taking time to appreciate and to compliment rather than to complain. So that's how you're going to maintain the structures of the old while you welcome in the new things that are exciting and keep things light and interesting on the money front. It's how you're going to maintain this energy. My mind is being drawn to the studies that have been done where if you complain or criticize other people, that ends up reflecting bad onto you. So in order to be seen as a charismatic and gifted leader in your, and also just to be appreciated for your energy, your go-getter kind of attitude, because you're going to be making things happen in your love life. You're going to be very charismatic, is to compliment and praise rather than criticize. That's going to keep you in this high energy, focused light. So overall, as a theme, what I'm seeing is that you're going to have legacy, family, mentorship happening. You're going to be very proud and very energetic in your love life. All eyes are going to be on you. But the advice is to be sure of who you are and your resources that you've earned, and what you have in terms of skills and abilities and things like that. And to know that what you know in your heart is true and valuable. And then you're going to have all this intuition around your work stuff, and that's going to be wonderful as long as you can maintain the balance between the masculine and feminine and work and play, and continue to use both your intuition and your reason. And that's going to help you navigate all of the pivots in your work. It's also going to remind you that you're not alone and that you're not creating your life all by yourself. And really what you're seeking is connection with Source. So go to Source and don't be afraid to ask for help. Everybody needs help. Otherwise, there would just be one of us chilling here by ourselves. Everybody needs help. And you're going to be able to maintain the old and welcome in the new in your career. You're going to be back on top again at the end. But you got to trust yourself, have a balance of intuition and intellect and masculine and feminine energies. And when you're back in the swing of things again, don't complain and don't criticize. Compliment. And focus on all the blessings. And that's going to keep these things growing and strong and fortified. And it's also going to help you come across as charismatic and your energy to be interpreted in the right way in your love life. Okay, so I hope you found that to be helpful. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next reading. Hi everyone, I'm Candace. This is Eclectic Coach. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And this is where we're going to look at a quarterly look at money and love and then pull some advice cards. Be sure to get your notebook and pen out and your intuition journal. And we're just going to look at some of the themes that are coming up for money by quarters. First quarter. Okay, use a different deck. Hearing. second quarter for money. I don't read reversals. And I'm hearing use those. Okay. So, nice. All right. And then I didn't do this in the other readings, but I'm just going to pull them all out. So, first quarter love for people who picked. Okay. Second quarter love for people who picked piece number 4. Oh. And third quarter love, piece number 4. No reversals. Right. Okay. Give me just a second to look here. I'm just going to take this because it was at the bottom here. Actually, no, I'm just going to take these cards here. Okay, I'm hearing to take them too. So, in the first quarter in your career, there's going to be a lot of movement, a lot of running around, a lot of, I'm hearing a lot of physical exertion in making money. So lots of errands, lots of movement. You may even do something related to health or fitness or something related to physical body. What I'm hearing also is that your physical body and your physical health are going to be mission critical to your making money in 2023. So, and then also I'm getting the impression of, yes, you're going to be running a lot of errands. Yes, you're going to be doing a lot of movement. It's going to require a fair amount of physical energy for some of the themes that are coming up for your money. But also you're going to need to move quickly. Move your body quickly, decisively. Take action. Sometimes even if you don't know what to do, that's going to help your money, is if you get up and you move around and you make it clear that you're getting things done. And I'm hearing, even if it is just busy work, something to get you going and to get you in the flow and in the movement of things. For the second quarter with your money is you're going to need to take a leap of faith. You're going to be presented with some opportunities, some options. You're going to be starting out on a whole new venture in the second quarter. And you're going to need to have faith and listen to your intuition. It's a faithful companion. And also to remember that you're not doing this alone. You have a lot of support in the unseen realms. You have intuition. And what I'm getting also from this when it comes to your money in 2023, pile number 4, you are going to be crossing a new threshold and moving into a whole new phase. For the third quarter, what I'm getting is, yes, make time for the people around you. Be sensible, watch your money. I'm getting for the third quarter specifically, go through all your bank statements. Do a budget, do a review. Look at your money. See where you can invest. And tend to it in a very consistent, sensible way. Take things in stride. Don't be overly emotional. Be very practical with your money. But balance your work and home life. What I'm getting is day to day. Show up day to day. Do all the little things that you do day to day. And then, even though this is in the money position in 2023, you are going to make good decisions. There's going to be a good balance of masculine and feminine energy. Things are coming together. You have good health because you have been attending to your health. So I'm seeing the outgrowth of that is a lot of balance. Almost like you put an emphasis on your health and how that's related to your money and your finances. You start on a new venture. You factor in your intuition while keeping your feet firmly on the ground. You continue to grow and to foster and to nurture and to be sensible and consistent in the day-to-day work-wise. And then you have like this sense of completion, this sense of wholeness in the fourth quarter. So you're going to be making good decisions. What I'm getting as an overall theme is that your health and your physical health is extremely important to your money this year. Now let's look at your emotional life. In the first quarter, you could be falling in love, or there could be a regeneration of an old relationship. And you also could be moving into a new home. There's going to be an opportunity in love that really lights up your heart, that feels very romantic, that feels very fulfilling. You're going to be receiving something. And there's something about this. You're just going to have what you want and what you need in the first quarter. It's going to be happening. There's something about this cup being at the bottom of the ocean. Not only is it filled up, but the whole atmosphere is really nice. And there's going to be a renewal on an emotional level in your love life that could involve a new home, something new and refreshing. And there's something just generally about the atmosphere of it all that's going to feel revitalizing. And then in the second quarter, you have passed this threshold when it comes to your money. And I'm looking here. I've never really noticed. I think it's Metatron. But yes, you're going to be receiving help, crossing into this new threshold. I'm hearing new identity. And that's going to be really lovely when it comes to your love life, because you're going to be very proud. When it comes to your love life too, there's going to be somebody that you really look up to and that you're really proud of. And that you're going to have some sort of devotion to. You're going to look up to, you're going to be proud of, you're going to want to show off. But there's something I'm getting specifically around your love life. Something around being lavish in your praise, in your appreciation. Letting another person know how much you admire them, how much you appreciate all that they do. What I'm kind of getting is that everybody wants to feel like their partner is just, wow, so impressed with them. So give that to somebody. And then in the third quarter, there's going to be some sort of celebration. So kind of the story that's kind of coming out here is that you're feeling all these new feelings. There's all this new, fresh emotional energy, new, fresh atmosphere. Then you're just like in this height or this like love and appreciation and admiration. Then you're going to want to move into celebrating a wedding, taking that person or going with that person to fun, interesting events. Realizing that you need to have more fun and community and things like that. I'm hearing happy hour, events. And then in the fourth quarter, sometimes we have all this new bright energy, but we can start slipping into self-doubt and into sleepless nights and into thinking too much. So overthinking, overanalyzing, looking for problems is not going to help you in the second quarter. Okay, so let's get some advice about love and money in the first quarter. Okay, I'm getting take all three. Okay, so I'm getting to use these cards for that one. These for this one. That's too many cards. Can I get something clear, please? And I'd like one for okay. Sometimes I shuffle and sometimes I hear take all the cards, put them back. I hear different things. So I'm hearing shake it off when it comes to your money and inviting in this new energy and new atmosphere. Shake it off, because if there's been sadness and negativity, it's just not on the same frequency of that which you want. So be sure to shake it off and let it go. This is going to take some self-discipline on your part, and deciding what you want and focusing intently on it. So what I'm getting is, if you want a happy, contented family life and financial life, you're going to have to be disciplined in the way that you think and use your willpower to move yourself in a new momentum. Focus on what you want and move your body in a way that displays confidence and that lets that in. Move decisively, dance around the house, be more joyful. Finding the magic in things, and I'm getting just put on some music and dance around, but you're going to have to be self-disciplined when it comes to your emotions, because you've got all this good stuff coming in. So whatever pain from the past that you need to let go of, to forgive yourself, forgive others, recognize the lesson, be very determined in your thinking. Focus on what you want. And I'm hearing usher in an energy of hopefulness. Okay, so clearing debt. This is kind of related to this card of sadness. So if you are feeling guilty, that can be sort of like an emotional debt that you need to clear. And there's something around exercise and energy and movement that's going to help you also. So your self-care involves removing the heavy burden of financial and emotional debt from your life. You already feel lighter and freer just by facing this topic and making a clear plan, basically, is what it's saying. I didn't read it verbatim. But you're going to be passing into this new threshold, a whole new beginning. And I think that that's going to be around letting go of old debts, settling old debts. And there's just going to be a shift in focus from what's wrong, what hasn't been working. And you're going to be in a very happy, joyfully focused energy, especially in your love life. And what I'm getting is if you feel burdened by debt or some sort of emotional thing and you just can't seem to shake it, pray about it. Give that to God and the angels to help you clear so that you don't have a burden. Okay, so express yourself through rhythm and dancing and movement. So again, shaking it off. Clearing old debts, moving into new thresholds, and like really refocusing your energy on fun, play, and adoring other people. Really recognize that you are a sending and receiving energy mechanism. You know, that's what your body and your system does. So as you dance and express yourself through movement, which seems to be a big theme, you're going to let go of heavy, burdensome energy. And also what I'm getting is for you to be very mindful of the type of music that you're playing. Make it upbeat, make it fun. And I'm hearing for you to systematize it. So when you wake up at 8:30 or whatever time, have a time either where your music automatically comes on, but make it like a ritual, this dancing, this movement. Oh, and I'm also hearing to move your body rhythmically. Move your body rhythmically, speak rhythmically with a cadence. I'm hearing also about the importance of the drum. So like something with a really hard bass line. So, in order to deal with these negative self-fulfilling prophecies, you need to step back. Maybe you're too enmeshed in the situation. Get yourself to neutral before you go making any decisions. And I'm also being brought to the efficiency of the condor and how it rides the thermals. So when and where you can, let spirit carry you. What I'm getting is to be fully present in the moment, raise the energy of the field, and let the field do the work. Focus on the love that you have, on the good choices that you're making, on things coming together, on the new partnerships, on what is working. And know that you deserve all of this, because sometimes if we're carrying around burdens and sadness from the past or heavy debt, we can have all this good new stuff coming in, which you do. You're you're exerting energy and effort. You are focusing positively in 2023. Good stuff is flowing in. So just stay out of your head. When you find that you're getting too involved, step back. And you can even do this like as a physical activity. When you're thinking about it, step back and then take a deep breath and be fully present in your body, in the moment, and ride the thermals. Like feel, sense, come back into your physical body is what I'm getting, to kind of deal with a lot of this mental energy that you've got going on. Okay, so I hope that this was helpful. I guess the overall theme or idea that I'm getting from this reading is letting go of past pain, moving into a new threshold, and really using your physical body and being in your physical body to maintain a high vibration and to invite and then maintain all this good energy and willpower and self-discipline to govern your energy and handle it properly mentally and emotionally are going to be in effect big time in 2023. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for joining me in this reading. If you're interested in getting accountability and support, I do Oracle coaching and other types of coaching, and a link to sign up is in the description box. Thank you. Until next time.